Hi, my name is Rebecca Harris. I'm doing this week's presentation on Michel Foucault and Power and Knowledge. Michel Foucault was born in 1926 and he passed away in 1984. He was born in an upper middle class family and described himself as a middle child who was a juvenile delinquent who grew up with a bully of a father. And I think that information is important because I think it really affected the trajectory of his life. Michel went on to attend several prestigious schools and universities. He ended up getting a doctorate in philosophy and a degree in psychology. His biggest work that he worked on was called the Critical History of Thought, but we're going to look at Power and Knowledge today. So Foucault described power and knowledge as being intertwined. You can't have one without the other. He looked at it as domination and subjugation rather than a king and queen ruling on their citizens. And I think that's interesting because you do have power plays, you have domination and subjugation everywhere. It's everywhere, at every level. It is at the bottom, it's at the middle, it's at the top. And it doesn't just go round and round. Like the idea of power and knowledge and truth going round and round, affecting each other is very important because it affects each level of society, how we interact socially, in the workforce, politically, it affects everything. Like for instance, the railway workers, they're in a dispute right now because the railway workers are unhappy, so they're threatening to picket. So this is an example. You have people that are being subjugated that are using their power to be heard by the upper railway people. The upper railway people were not really interested in hearing what they had to say. And the subjugated individuals, the railway workers, decided to contact their union reps. And because they got the union reps involved, there are now repercussions potentially for the railway corporations, okay? The union reps are talking to the upper people, exercising the power in as a representative for the people that have been subjugated in the past to get their voices to be heard. They're changing the knowledge that the people at the top have. They're putting their truth out there. And as the leaders of these railway companies are learning what the truth is according to their subjugated workforce, they are then going to hopefully change how they deploy their power with that new knowledge to make their workers happier. If the workers are happy, they don't have the financial repercussions of their workforce picketing. They don't have the repercussions of the social issues that come with supply disruptions. So the lower workers are using their power to get their truth out there. The upper workers are learning the truth, changing the deployment of how they do and use their power to influence the lower workers to get the best result. So it's a back and forth. And eventually, probably, once everything's calmed down, at some point, the lower workers are then going to have another issue somewhere down the line, and they're going to have to use their voice and use their power again to be heard. Up until that point, they're being subjugated by the upper people, being told what to do and how to do it, and what the desired results are, and what the repercussions are if they don't achieve those results. Everybody has power. There's power everywhere. It goes round and round. And it's not just top to bottom, bottom to top. It's also lateral as well. You can have coworkers that you have power struggles with. To say like, how do I say this? To get your voice heard. Say if you're dependent upon a coworker to learn something or do something, but they do not want to share the knowledge that they have or the wealth that they have, to get the job done to the best of their ability. Say their motivations are something entirely different. They're going to use their power to meet their needs versus how it needs to be done for necessarily the benefit of everybody that's working. Power struggles. It's real. It's back and forth, up and down, side to side, all around. They feed off of each other. The knowledge and truth feed how power is deployed, and how power is deployed changes how that knowledge and truth exist and evolve. And as they evolve, it again affects how power is deployed. It's constant, it's give and take. And I think it's interesting that Foucault has been able to actually analyze it and put it into words. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, I'll try my best to answer them. Thank you. Have a good day.